Maybe turn this also to game meat. Another blessing from Bast. There's another fish spot down here. I wonder if I build some more fishing boats, if I can get a little bit extra. Station. So got the fish. It's only giving me full blessings, which suck. This minor blessing is much better. Okay, got 2k, or 12k. Can just stabilize. Those still say perfect. Those all stay. Those mostly all say perfect. City could use more jugglers. Put a juggler there. Always need more entertainment. I'm up to almost 1,000,000 deben. This map has been rather lucrative. Can I... Yeah, just look for his stuff. Can I anger him enough? And then throw him a festival. Get rid of most of his shrines. Trying to make a god mad at me the fun way. Let's see. That changes disposition a little bit. Now if I give him a common festival, will he give me his basic blessing? Because my whole economy hinges on his basic blessing. That pyramid needs to be done. I got that. So I hate it when culture's so backwards. I need to make sure I don't pause the game because I need this pyramid to finish. Perfect, perfect. Okay, mortuaries are very poor. Everything's back to perfect here. At my current population, I'm good. I don't think that works quite like the other things I was doing. Oh. Yeah, he still gave me his full blessing. I just want your common blessing. You haven't given it to me in forever. Nope, not that. Health. Yeah, it's very poor because there's 0 patience because there's no linen. Could just import linen. I don't want to, but I could. $2,000. If I'm not getting God buff or God boons, then 2,000 should be good. Keep on hand. I mean, it's not like I don't have the money. I have way too much money in this city. This is about 3 times as much as the previous mission that I had a bunch of money on. And I'm not even mining for gold. Yeah, he's giving me full blessings. What's caught on fire? That was the mortuary. house. Clean that up. Pausing the game. Actually, I want the entertainment. And then mortuary. Okay, I have some linen to work with. Oh, I also forgot that all my my citizens are also taking all the linen because they're high enough level that I need linen to sustain the housing. Oh, the city's gonna fall apart. We'll give it a little while here and see if my culture rating comes back up. Come on, Festival. Come on, just give me basic minor blessing. Like, this is an issue that you'd even have in the old game. Not just this remake. This is very true to the old game. Hoping that Path will give you his minor blessing when he gives his regular blessing. Bet if I blew up one of his temples, he'd help more. I believe contaminated water is from not having the mortuaries. Hopefully that will change. Did he give me a blessing? No. Still has 5 shrines. I hit a bunch of shrines around the waterfront here. That should bring him down a bit more. Still want to get it because then I don't have to be spending money. Plus, if I remember correctly, this was kind of something you had to do in the old game. Destroy some of his buildings, build them back, and he'd give you a boon, and then you destroy some of his buildings and build them back, and he'd give you a boon. I've been just trying to do it with the festivals. That should, I think, ruffle him a bit more. Because the god standing is kind of based on how many people you have versus how much stuff is worshiping the god versus like the last time they had a festival. But a festival cannot make them happy completely. They still have to have a minimum quota of temples per capita. This game has a lot of little interesting sticking points when you dig into the code. Or just observations. People really, like I said earlier, people really digged into the old version, the old game. At least I've got decent stuff. It's slow building because it's flood season. Do I want to just try to stick more work camps in here? '85 culture. Sweet. Now I'm just waiting on Monument and I'm done. As long as that stays stable. And I completed burial preparations. Yep. So this pyramid is all I should be waiting on. Still feel like I have like another 20-40 minutes on this map just waiting for this to build. Because I'm kind of maxed out on clay production unless I hop over here. Which I could do, it's just annoying. Didn't want that. Better if I never pause the game again. Don't have the workforce. And I don't want to keep pushing the population because that will then bring down my culture rating. And probably my prosperity. Am I losing money every month? Yes, I currently am. Just bump up the taxes back to closer to normal. I had undercut the taxes so people would keep immigrating. We want his basic blessing. These Grand Pyramids are so big. Yep, now I'm actually making money. Yeah, doing decent. That's kind of the like general status of the entire city. Even though I don't look at it much because you can kind of tell the basic version of it just by looking at your city when you know how to read your city. But it does help when you really want to know like what everyone's thinking. $120 loads of bricks, 428 loads of bricks. Sorry. About 100 loads of limestone, 105 loads of limestone, and 30 loads of bricks. I'm trying to remember exactly, because they don't just take one brick or one 100 unit piece of brick to the pyramid. They actually are taking 400 bricks to the pyramid, or 4 blocks. This version has like extra zoom, so you can zoom way out and way in. Little like bird statues to, I think this is, yeah, to Ra. Yep, that's Ra's temple. Path, Osiris, Bast. The guilds. The brick workers. Little fishing boats. Trade boats. Temple complexes. City palace. Your family's personal palace. Personal mansion. Just some of the monuments look also really good. Yeah, now he's actually mad at me. Now if I build him a new temple, he should be happier. Everything is stable here. Just need the monument. I've completed this mission. I wish there was a down mode, like remove HUD option. Hide UI, there it is. That's nice. Like, that could just be like a screensaver. There, here's the Lavish Festival. He's amiable. I don't get why it's making that little bit, then it's making the rest of it. Here comes a new load of straw. Bricks are literally one of the most complex resources in the game, because they take 2 resources to make. Yeah, he still refuses to give me a blessing. My prosperity has dropped a bit. Culture's fluctuating between 80 and 85, that's good. Because it means I'm always above 80. Sucks when it's fluctuating below your threshold. I believe this is only 50% when it gets through all the layers. So we're 30% of the first 50. So there's still a bit. But it does get... Technically each layer does get faster. Because it gets smaller. And then final carving is like half the time of building. And it doesn't take any resources. So I'd say final carving is like a third the time, comparatively. Or does he just stop giving you blessings at a certain point? Let's give my patron god a big festival. Import all the brick I can get my hands on. I don't think I actually have that many import partners that sell brick, but yeah. Might as well give it no reason to hold back. Yeah, none of the gods are giving me blessings anymore. Some of the code does seem like it hangs a bit in this game, but eh. It's a decent remake in my book so far. I just have a lot of nitpicks is all. I have all the trade routes, don't I? Yeah, I'm buying like all the straw I can get my hands on. I'm buying all the bricks I can get my hands on. If anyone sold clay, I'd be buying that too. I never started selling beer, did I? Yeah, I've maxed out their bricks. To just waiting because I have everything set up pretty much perfectly now. Perfectly balanced. As all things should be. But these are the times you can just kind of kill and zen out in this game, is when you got everything set up perfectly, you're just waiting for it all to simulate through. It's weird. Looks like everything froze for a minute. Oh, it was because there was a pop-up, but because I had the HUD minimized, but I couldn't see it. Oops. Paused progress there for a second by accident. Everything's just happening as the years cycle. You get all the nice music while you wait for your monuments to build. The Grand City Builders. Sierra's classics. I almost wonder if... I know Caesar 3 and some of the others weren't as popular as this one. This one kind of perfected the formula. I think there was one that came out afterwards that wasn't as good. I remember playing the... I think I played the demo for it in the early 2000s. It just didn't feel as good. Small blessing from past. Am I getting blessings again? I'm gonna get Path's minor blessing now, finally. The gods just sick of me praying to them. I'm... on a warm day. I wonder what the temperature outside is right now. Okay, it's starting to cool off for the evening. But yeah. Blessing from Raw. I bet I'm back at 100. Yep, 100 Kingdom rating. But yeah, very much one of those games like Factorio where you start off with almost nothing on the world map or on the map you're playing on, and then you just make everything. But the process chains are very easy. You have little people do them for you. And they all have their own wants and needs. Blessing from Osiris. That's probably just going to be another good flood. Ugh. I've already invested almost 5 hours in this map, which is already 2 hours longer than my long average. All the other missions I've done so far, so they've really ramped up the complexity of this one, and it's really just the big-ass pyramid is the whole reason I'm still stuck here. But they did make them feel grand. You have to spend a lot of resources to build them. Minor blessing from Raw. Be nice if I got the minor blessing from Path again. Or is he mad at me? He's mad at me. Okay, let's get him back his shrines. Where's a good spot? Put them in places. I gotta send troops. And all my archers. There hasn't been a fight in a while. Is he gonna be less mad at me? That's a good sign I'm making more grain than my cities can eat. Or I'm making more grain than my Granaries can hold. There we go. There's the minor blessing from Path. So the broken thing. Egyptian city saved. All my units returned. Probably lost 2 archers again. The thing about Path's minor blessing is he fills all jewelers and weavers with material. Even if you don't import any of that material or can make any of that material yourself. This is all set up that if every time I get his blessing, I'll fill at least one of these storage yards with both linen and jewelry. And you can basically get a ton of value for almost nothing. Just by making him happy. Yep, that pyramid's starting to feel faster again. Must be on some of the smaller top layers now. Oh, Cyrus is all about the floods. So in the old game, you could rotate everything. Like, you could rotate from the map, and it would rotate your entire city. So you could actually see this go, like, all the way around. The scaffolding. But that is not currently an implemented feature in this version. I mean, it'd be nice if the studio was still working on it, but their last update was a year ago, and it was a big update because it was the mission editor, which I still want to get to. I was just wanting to slowly ramp up to the mission editor because the mission editor is pretty much the best part of the game. You play the campaign, you play all the custom missions, and then you just go ham with the editor and make your own scenarios. And if you just run to the editor, you'll never want to play any of the missions. You'll see how little they compare to some of the cool stuff you can do in the editor. And I'm speaking from experience from the old editor. I will make that abundantly clear. I'm talking about how fun the editor is. I'm talking about the old editor in the old game. But I am hoping that this editor is good. And I kind of want to see what it does differently because it has to be different than the old editor in some ways. Even though they've made this game really feel like the old game and mechanically look like the old game, there are still a few things I've noticed. If I throw him a festival now, do I get another blessing? Yep, the pyramid's definitely going faster. As each layer squeezes in. And that's kind of the funny thing to think about the pyramids in this game is when you're doing the lower layers, you're using way more core material than you're using facing material. But as you get to the top, that ratio keeps getting closer and closer until it becomes very close, and then it just flops. And then even the last couple layers are just pure limestone, which is the case material. Ah, minor blessing, sweet. That's what we like to see. I don't have to buy linen. Oh, that was a pretty good flood. Almost all the floodplains disappeared under the water. So a lot of these floodplain farms will get decent nutrients for the next round of crops. Great, there's the perfect spot to view a majority of the city. If you noticed, there's a big line of linen getting hauled all the way down in here. I love little things like that. That's why I think it's so fun just to sit and watch your city process. You get to watch all the little quirks of how you built your roads and how all the walkers interact with them. Yep, the top of that pyramid's definitely getting smaller. They want reeds. Turn off my papyrus production for now. Let the reeds stack up until I'm in compliance. Send off the reeds. Turn back on my papyrus industry. That's also one of the interesting things of this game. You can micromanage your city, or you can macromanage your city in certain cases. Sorry to say, for somebody who noticed all the little things that are not symmetrical. This game is never symmetrical. You kind of have to embrace the chaos of it. You can make sections symmetrical. Nice, another minor blessing from Path. Yeah, you can have your game meet. You can have minor sections that look pretty symmetrical, but the city, it's going to be chaotic. It's going to sprawl. Yeah, yep, Ponderwild. They did do a really decent job with this game, and I don't even hate the combat alternative that badly. The only thing I'm sad about is the minor touches that they haven't gone back to. Or the minor bugs that they haven't gone back to because they're not super game-breaking and there's workarounds. Like turning off hostile creatures because nothing kills them. Which is a bug because constables from the police stations are supposed to be able to kill them. Just like in the old game. But yeah, I played the original a ton as a kid in the early 2000s. I believe I still have my CDs for the game. And I've decided to... Yeah, there's a few minor bugs. The big thing, I'm taking my time because I knew I didn't want to jump directly into the editor because then I wouldn't play any of the campaign again. I've been going through all the campaign. I'm on the final chapter of the base campaign in the New Kingdom. I want to get through all the all the campaign and then do all the custom missions or all the challenge missions, and then I'm going to mess with the editor. And I might even build a custom scenario. I wonder, I don't know if they put in features to share it, but that would be interesting. Because I know in the old game you could, and I know, what was it, like 3 years ago, a couple years ago, right before the remake came out, somewhere there, the YouTuber Seth Zinetach made a custom scenario and hosted it somewhere for the original game. We eat minor blessing from Path. I'm abusing that. As you can see, I've got all my weavers and jewelers, and I'm not importing any flax, and I can't grow any flax. I can't mine any gems. I'm not importing any gems, but I'm still making a decent amount of everything. This pyramid should be just about done. Yep, we're getting to the layer, almost to the limestone only layers. We'll check that my culture, yep, my culture's still 85. Just need the monument. I'm done with this mission after like 5-ish hours. Like Grand Pyramids are very time consuming. They want papyrus. They can have papyrus. So far I have about half the achievements for this game on Steam. I'm almost to 20 of 35 monuments built. Well, this might be my last monument focus mission. So I made sure to do all the monument focus missions first, and then I want to go back and do all the combat focus missions after I finish the campaign fully, both regular and expansion. I'm gonna actually stop importing brick. I feel like I'm getting close to where it's just casing material at this point. Yep, it's just casing material. It's done with brick. I don't need to import anymore. Oh yeah, I tried to get those out of the way at the beginning. The most annoying one was the weapons for this map. Yeah, the last mission, I thought I did all the burial provisions, but I missed one item, and I got everything set up perfectly, and was like, wait, why isn't it completing? And then looked and saw I was missing one burial provision. I did have one map earlier that I'm positive was not a burial provision. It literally, I think I had a bug where it wanted me to have a kingdom score of over 70, but it was a mission that doesn't give you zoos, and you can't get 70 or over if you don't have zoos. I think you can get 70, but you can't get like 75, 80, 85. But I think when I finished the mission, it said my culture rating should have been 70, and there's no way. I'm positive either I was wrong, or there was no way I could make it 70. And I only did it once, so if I just really spaced on that one mission, it wasn't that bad. The city was pretty much completely done. It was super prosperous. I could have got the last. If it was a burial provision I missed, I could have got it. I did use the cheat to complete the mission, but eh. I don't think it was a burial provision. I want to say it was one of the missions that doesn't have them. But I do like that they put a reminder of burial provisions here. Really what they need to do is put, like, not let this turn green unless you've done the burial provisions. I just noticed my prosperity went down. What if I turn off bricks? Does that remove the workers? Okay, there, it's back up. Almost a final carving. I mean, I have been... Could start. I was buying linen because for a while there the gods were not giving me any blessings, so I could actually start exporting it again. Let's see. My finances were still pretty good. This is the first map I've had over 1 million divin. Final carving. Let's see how long this takes. The one where you don't need a walker to touch houses? No, I'm not. I actually am playing it on... I'm playing it on normal with the old style... Not the old style walkers, but the old style management pool, worker pool. I'm using the variable walkers because they're a little bit more interesting to deal with. But I'm still using the harder to use worker pool. I do... Yeah, I do like the new easy mode. It means you don't have to shove shanties in weird areas to get workers into certain buildings. And I would play with it if I wasn't trying to keep, like, the more of the old school level of challenge. Be able to sell these bricks. Workers fell below. Or the city population fell below. Target. Is there a reason why? Yep, here we are. This part of the city devolved. Why did you devolve? What did you run out of? They ran out of pottery. Okay. Taking out bricks and putting in more potters. Nope. Why can't I? Okay, that was being real buggy for a second. I have noticed that I think if you play this game, have this game running for a bit too long, it does get really buggy. Yeah, so for the first couple missions, I really debated it, and I almost went with the global worker, any building can always access the global worker pool. But then I thought about it for a while, and I decided that I wanted the old experience more than what the new coolness could be. So I went more with the old worker pool over the new worker pool, which I really don't think there's a difference. To me, it's really just that it's the detriment to your prosperity. That's the only thing you lose. It's a tiny, tiny bit of difficulty tweak. Because you're already going to put a firehouse there. You're already going to put your architect's post. You're always going to... The only thing you might not put there, depending on the type of mine, is like a police station. Otherwise, all the changes is whether you're slapping down a shanty or not, and getting that hit for having a shanty in your city. At this rate, I'm going to have to start importing pottery again to make up for this. Yeah. So I'm just playing with the old worker pool just for the nostalgia of it, having to stick those shanties everywhere and deal with them. I've actually been trying to work on like ways to how would you deal with having them close but not too close, so maybe you could get them to upgrade a little bit and hold a few more workers, which was really hard in the old version, or in the old game. But this one, I feel like maybe some of the area desirability things are a little bit better to understand, especially with the overlay for desirability, I think is a little clearer. Let me actually pull it up. Like, it's a lot more granular, I feel, than the old one was, but I might be wrong. But like, if you could get a house out here, maybe you could get it to upgrade a little bit with the right stuff around it. Like, these are a lot more tight than I feel like they were in the old game. No. Don't need limestone. I'm done with the pyramid. I do like the flat mode hotkey in this. I forget if that was in the old game or not. I think it was, but it just was. It wasn't as clean. There we go. Final carving is starting to look really nice. Grand mud brick pyramid comes. 59 courses. 59 layers. I love the updated music. Yeah, it's dated, and so far I'm definitely more in the camp that this is a good alternative to the original version. I just want to see what the nail in the coffin for me is going to be, how good the editor is, and I don't want to really be spoiled on the editor until I get to it myself. Okay, good. My population's back up. How are my stats? Good. I'm just waiting on the pyramid to finish carving, and then I should win the mission. My workforce is just about perfect. Can't export the excess limestone I have. That's sad. I do say that I have a gripe with the old game because of these scenarios. They feel very one-to-one to me. They did a really good job at making the scenarios like that, copying the scenarios one-to-one, I think. The problem is, I really disliked some of the trade route decisions on some of the scenarios. But that's just me. And my gripes with the old game. Yep, super faithful for the most part. I am glad people have made pretty decent guides on this game like they did in the old days. Because sometimes you just whack your head against like culture. But I do like the new. I do think, even though they've some of the overseer menus are a little different, and you can't control as much as you used to, the information they provide is a lot better. Last few layers, and the pyramid will be done. I'd have to see what the newest Oregon Trail remake, or when the newest Oregon Trail remake actually was, because I'm not sure. But I played the original Oregon Trail on original hardware, on the original 8.5-inch floppies. And then I probably haven't played the newest one. Someone works on a remake every couple of years, it seems like, with that game. It's just too iconic. Someone would do a new Yukon Trail. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah. I I could see that one maybe needing and having a market. Carving's almost done. There we go, this should be the last layer. Scare ending. There we go.
All hail the mighty Pharaoh. Your dynasty is without equal, and Egyptians from now until the end of time will speak your name with the greatest reverence.
And that, I just got the achievement saying that I've completed the new kingdom. So I believe that is, with this one, it's the end of the base game campaign. Yep, there we go, Valley of the Kings. Well, that'll be it for next time. Thank you all for watching. See you then.